Undertoads, Derek from Classic Game Room here, and we got a lot of toy reviews coming up for you guys. And I gotta tell you, most of these toys are little mini figurines. You know, maybe they're plushies, so they're not very big. And I know some people are like, you know, maybe they're like, hey, I like toys, I'm down with that, but I need a bigger toy. In that case, I give you Donkey Kong. So this thing is, well, it's just about the biggest freaking Nintendo toy I've ever seen in my life. This thing is a foot tall. It's even wider than that. It's from Goldie Marketing, who have done a lot of Nintendo toys, and we're going to take a look at a lot of them over the next several days. But none are as big as this Donkey Kong figure. In fact, this is the only toy in this particular series. Now, they do have a series of what they're called supersize figurines. Now, here's the Luigi supersize and the Yoshi. But, I mean, they're calling them supersize. I don't know what Donkey Kong is. If Luigi's supersize, Donkey Kong's like ultra size. He's like ultra freaking Saurus or something. Look at the Donkey Kong's head is as big as like Luigi's like torso. Look at this. Man, this thing is so cool and so detailed and really well done. And speaking of that detail, the entire figure, or the entire ape, whatever you want to call it, is actually covered with this these little cuts, like these little indentations, to make it look like a fur texture, which is really cool. And it actually looks great the way the light sort of bounces off it. It gives it that like 3D sort of like, you know, textured look, like it's actually fur. And that goes all the way down to the ends of it. Like, it actually has like bumps so that it's not an even cut of plastic. It actually looks like a fur covering, which is really cool. Again, really nice texture and detail, and a good contrast to the rest of the figure, which is sort of the smooth plastic. It really looks cool. And actually, if you look at his teeth, the little parts of the gums between his teeth are actually painted pink. You know, it's such a nice little detail that when you first look at the figure, you don't even notice, but sure enough, it's there. No details unaccounted for. Even the eyes, if you look at his eyes, the iris and the pupil, different colors and painted really well. Even the little white dot, like the light reflection, to give the eyes that illusion of depth. You know, just really nice little details that really are part of the reason this figure's so appealing. That and, you know, the freaking size. This thing is huge and heavy, and it's not really a toy you can do a lot with other than sort of like set on your shelf and either admire or be in complete fear of, you know, terrify your sister. It's not very like pliable. There's not a lot you can do in terms of moving it. Its arms do move a little bit, but as you can see, it's sort of like that arm's meant to be behind the head. This arm does move a little, just like, I don't know, just like a little bit. See, there's not a lot you can do with it. So it really is more of a display piece than anything else, and an excuse to get your shelves redone, like with fucking iron, because this thing is freaking huge. Look at it, listen to the sound. It's like a bomb going off. I'm just dropping a toy. You know, they never did a Pauline though. Maybe Pauline's not as marketable, but if you're gonna do a massive Donkey Kong, and there's also a Mario in this supersize figure line, well, you gotta have Pauline, right? I mean, that's sort of like, you could really do some role playing there with that. I'll just leave you guys to come up with the terrible games you would play with such toys. Oh, Luigi, I hope you know what the hell you're doing, because that seems like a huge mistake. I told you. What did I say? You don't poke the beast. Otherwise, you get the horns. Donkey Kong doesn't even have horns. You just get stomped. So obviously, it's another very nice line from Goldie Marketing. They've done such a good job with their Nintendo license. They've really just flooded the market with product. And we're going to take a look, again, at a lot of their stuff. But none bigger, and maybe none better than these massive freaking toys. Again, the supersize line, Yoshi, Luigi, Mario. There's one series of those, and those are pretty much available everywhere. But Donkey Kong, he's one of a kind. He's not part of the supersize series, but I do think he's a nice compliment. He's the only one in his series. It's just called Donkey Kong from Goldie Marketing. Yoshi, you are getting the stink eyes, pal. You better hightail it out of there. Run, Yoshi, while there's still time!